Hey everyone, thanks for coming in. My name is Nikita Zatsepin, and I run everything BlueStacks in Russian CIS, from B2C marketing initiatives to B2B partnerships. So please take your seats, check your belts, and enjoy the journey to the perhaps most unexplored and underestimated place of today's digital consuming life, mobile games on PC. And the question is, who the hell is really playing mobile games on PC? But before we get started, let me say some words about structure of the presentation. Firstly, I'd like to summarize the gaming situation in today's quickly changing world in terms of revenue and changes in consuming behavior. Secondly, I will share the 3 buckets of gaming for today, and will show how mobile on PC phenomenon rocks Southeast Asia. Third, I will reveal some internal data taken from our internal service, and will explain why people choose PC for consuming mobile content instead of mobile devices for which this content was made originally. And last, its volume and how to reach out them in the right way. So let's take a look of how gamer market looks today. According to the recent Kleiner-Perkins Internet Trends report, which was published at the end of May, almost 2.6 billion people, or let's say 30% of worldwide population, are gamers today, comparing to 100 million in 1995. And these numbers is driving me literally crazy. Imagine just if you will take 3 random guys, one of them will be a player, and no matter casual or hardcore. I'm not sure how many movie lovers out there, but we are definitely coming closer to become the major entertaining channel worldwide. Just feel it. This is literally awesome. Here I want to underline some ongoing trends for 2017, based on 3 reports by Nevosoft.Ru. So, first thing is, for sure, revenue is growing everywhere, especially Latin America and Asian Pacific region. Asian Pacific region now delivers almost 50% from worldwide revenue. So everybody right now focuses on this very hot topic. And it's not just loud words, because I can, for example, mention WeChat or Honor of Kings. And for example, WeChat by Tencent, it has impacted on almost every process in the daily life of every Chinese. If we speak about games made in China, I will say that times when Asian Pacific games and countries were duplicating Western games, all these times are in the past. Now they have grown their very own expertise, and they produce quality products which drive huge revenues. In general, in mobile news, it seems like each new report comes out by quarter. It states that mobile gaming has now hit its new peak in terms of people playing, in terms of revenues, etc. And I will say that increased revenues are great, but with the increase in available revenue, there is certainly an ever-increasing competition for acquiring the players, and in particular, the payers. So, with growing and fierce competition in mobile gaming, savvy developers are taking advantage of a trend in mobile gaming, particularly in Asia, where you can extend a game life cycle dramatically if you will allow them to play bigger on desktops. Now, to understand why a user would want to play his favorite mobile games on a bigger screen, one must understand the user himself. So, according to a recent news report, 61% of the urban gamers across 5 Southeast Asia countries, they play both PC and mobile games at least once per month. And even more impressive is that 40% of gamers across all of the region are spending money on both platforms. Interesting fact that gamers in this particular region are open to services that will allow them to play their mobile games on PC or laptop, and 65% of mobile players in Southeast Asia said that they would be interested in using such services, and there are a number of reasons for that. From an infrastructure perspective, the relative high cost and instability of mobile internet increases the attraction of playing games on PC. Additionally, there are some technological and ergonomical reasons why players might wish to play mobile games on a PC, so I will talk about it a little bit later. And one very, very important fact is that more than 33% of active smartphones in Southeast Asia are over 5 inches, versus the global average of 37%, as far as I remember. And what these figures suggest is that games which allow players to log in across devices, for example, Hearthstone or any other cross-platform game, or services that allow the distribution of mobile games onto PC or laptops, they could tap into the developing Southeast Asian big screen market. Also, this may help to stand out from a fierce competition in the Western countries as well, where the majority of reasons are pretty much the same. And crucially, there's another good reasons why developers should allow their users to play on bigger screens, the value of these players. And I also will cover it just in a few minutes. Okay, so why to play mobile games on PC? This is the question we are trying to answer on a daily basis here in BlueStacks. And back to 2016, we have made quite a lot deep qualitative interviews with our users from all over the world, from San Francisco to Seoul. So it was around 10 countries in total and close to 100 people. So results were pretty exciting. Okay. So, first, the thing is that majority of actual games with higher engagement, let's say mid-core to hardcore, all of them are not comfortable to play from the phone. That might sound very strange because, mobile games were made to be played from a mobile device, right? But the results are quite convincing, and we observe a growing percentage of highly engaged users who tend to play mobile games on PC. First in Southeast Asia, but I will bet in a few years it will be a common practice worldwide. Just take a look on average RTS on RPG game from App Store. How many controls, tabs, little buttons, etc. do you have on each screen? Do you remember how many misclicks have you done during the crucial moments of gameplay? Yeah. And as I mentioned before, one of the reasons smartphones become bigger these days is that it's tough to consume digital competitive content via small screens. Other things are also very important. Keyboard plus mouse allows to play accurate, and it's vital for competitive gaming. So if we will, let's say, RTS games, RPG games, shooters, MOBA games, everything like that. So literally everything which is not a one-tap or a clicker game goes better with keyboard and mouse, because this is way more natural for people to play using these kind of inputs. Yeah. Also, I will say that modern mobile games, they have an amazing graphics, and here I want to say thanks to Unity and to Unreal Engine, but unfortunately, it also drains battery really a lot. That being said, playing on PC also helps to get rid out of this issue. And the last but not least reason is that interruption, it's also a thing we've heard a lot from our users. In today's social life, we've been receiving tons of messages, notifications, everything, and it's not a good practice, then you are playing your favorite game. Okay. So, what do we know about these users who prefer to play mobile games on PC? So, first, they're very engaged into the game they play. They spend around 3 hours per day playing games, according to our internal data. Can you imagine? Like, literally 3 hours per day is our average game session of a user who is playing on BlueStacks. Secondly, they're heavy spenders, and in average, if we're speaking about hardcore games, they spend triple times more than from mobile. And the reason is pretty the same, because they play more, they are engaged, and retention rate is quite big for BlueStacks also, and this is why they have to spend more. Third, they can be called a core audience, because They are very open to dialogue with developers. They are very active on forums. They are curious about updates and stuff like that. And please don't think that I'm talking about a very little percentage of gamers. For example, only on BlueStacks, our monthly active users metric has hit 75 million just recently, and we keep growing worldwide very, very quickly. So we expect a total amount of around 300 million people who will play mobile games on PC in the next couple of years. And here I want to say that this market and this niche was literally made by BlueStacks, because we have started this trend back in 2012. And since then, we are the most important player in this market, and we are living way behind our closest competitors, such as Nox or Memu or CoPlayer, or stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So the problem is, then you are going to enter a PC market as a developer. You already know it's not that easy. So, because you need to have to spend on a development of separate build, so additional profits and loss costs, support costs, and stuff like that. That's quite risky. But more importantly, you have to have a different expertise, and almost in all cases, you have to deal with Steam. That being said, you need a very successful product which will make the transition to PC pretty comfortable and smooth in terms of additional costs for sure. But what if you are not sure that much in separate build, or want to reduce costs, or simply you don't have much expertise and funds, but still you are interested to check out, will it be safe for you to go to PC or not? So, what to do then? I have a solution. So, how are we addressing this problem here in BlueStacks? Here's the answer, and I'm very excited and very thrilled to show you some very first screens of upcoming BlueStacks gaming platform. This is a result of a lot of efforts and contribution of all our team. And now we have, a really brand new platform which can address both present and future needs of our users. And the most amazing thing is that I really have a lot to show and to explain, but it's not an official announcement. But this is why I will show just like a couple of screenshots. So this is how this gameplay on BlueStacks gaming platform looks like. And I don't want to talk a lot about the features, but we will add the social network that will entertain users to communicate with each other, like in Steam, and with possibility to stream. It will be, we will push our players to play in cooperation, and this will help to entertain and retain them a lot. So, and just a quick facts about BGP for gamers. So, first, BGP is a great platform for gamers because you don't need to learn about Android emulation, how it works, etc. You just need to install BlueStacks and type the game you want to into search, and less than 4 clicks is needed to enjoy the content you want. So, sure thing, and other points are also here. So, possibility to bind any console to keyboard and mouse. So, big screen also brings a greater immersion and richer gaming experience if we are speaking about mobile games with good graphics and narrative. Friends chat and one-click streaming solution to Twitch and Facebook brings a lot of options to share with your friends how good or bad you are in Vainglory or, for example, in Cats. Also, we still offer an ability to play multiplayer apps at once. Yes, if we are speaking about developer side, I will say that BGP is just definitely worth to try, because you don't need to spend money for an additional port or even for a build. Existing Android build is nice to go. We also provide different and flexible terms to suit almost everyone in the room, and the most importantly, you will get an access to a very engaged and valuable audience, which does very well in terms of profits, and most importantly, and can't be reached out through other, let's say, traditional promotional channels such as Facebook or anything like that, because traditional marketing strategy require to acquire users from mobile devices, but this is the audience which do not want to play games on mobile phones. This is why you need a different strategy to reach them out properly. So, at the end of the speech, I would like to underline the most important points I've covered. So first, with the market explosion, a very new category of gamers, let's say mobile on PC gamers, was formed. Second, there is a challenge to reach them out, especially with using traditional promotional channels. Third, it's possible to step into PC market without carrying substantial risks. You just need to use mobile on PC partner. And finally, a volume of these gamers is already big and keeps growing. If you will miss them out, it will be a huge loss for you. Yeah, that's pretty much for me today. Thanks to Bright Nights organizers for giving me.
Thank you very much.